Good morning, students. Today our topic is types of hardware, and in this topic we are going to discuss about secondary storage device. And in our previous lecture we already discussed some type of secondary storage device, and we continue in this lecture to discuss about secondary storage devices. First of all, let us take a definition of secondary storage device. Secondary storage device is also referred to as auxiliary memory, secondary memory, or auxiliary storage or secondary storage. So that are the some other name of secondary storage device. And it is a non-volatile memory. It is very important that it is a non-volatile memory. It means data stay permanently in this type of memory. And these are the some secondary storage devices which we in which some of the secondary storage devices already discussed in our previous lecture, that are hard disk and CD DVD, Blu-ray disc, floppy disk. These four types of memory are already discussed in our previous lecture, in which basically hard disk and floppy disk are type of magnetic memory, and CD DVD and Blu-ray disc are type of optical memory. So our next topic is flash drive. What is the meaning of flash drive? It is alternately referred to as USB flash drive, USB flash drive, or data stick, or sometimes pen drive. And it is a portable storage device, and it is often the size of the human thumb, hence the name. And connect to a computer via USB port. They are connected to USB port directly. And flash drives are an easy way to store and transfer information between computers, and range in size of 2 GB to 1 terabyte. So that is the size of a flash drive or a pen drive, or sometimes it is also called as thumb drive, because it is the size of human thumb. So as far as main points is concerned, first of all, flash drive is known as USB flash drive because they are called USB flash drive because they are directly plugged into a USB port, universal serial bus, USB stand for, and they can easily accessible using USB port. When you plug a USB flash drive into USB port, we can directly access whatever the content it has. Sometimes it is called the data stick, pen drive, and thumb drive because it has the size of a human thumb. And as far as memory size is concerned, it is 2 GB to up to 1 terabyte. So pen drive is an example of flash drive. These are the pen drive. SD card is also an example of flash drive. So these are the flash drive, and they are called flash drive because we can write many number of time data into this and read data from pen drive, and there is no factor as far as functionality is concerned. After a certain time period, CD, DVD, or Blu-ray disc, if even they are rewritable, may cause a problem, and they are basically corrupted, or we can say that not usable after some time. But as far as pen drive is concerned, their life is much long as compared to CD and DVD, rewritable CD DVD. So flash drive is most popular nowadays, and there is no CD writer or DVD writer attached even if the computer, then there is just no type of device is required, or we can directly plug in this device into USB port, and we can able to see the content of a pen drive. So that's why they are the most important. And as far as size is concerned, size is up to 2 GB to 1 terabyte. So size is sufficient to store our data, and they are portable also, and because they have the size of human thumb only. So they are called the flash drive because you can read and write many number of times data directly into this type of device. Secondary storage device flash drive. There are some other points are there. You can see that this is compact flash, and this is smart media, and this is pen drive. These are all the types of flash drive, and they are used in for different purpose. Flash drive is a solid state memory. It is a solid state media, which means they consist entirely of electronic components and contain no moving part. That is another important point regarding to flash memory. As we see that in last lecture, in hard disk there are movable part in it, but in this type of memory, especially flash memory, there is no moving parts at all, and they are entirely consist of electronic components. And there are two type of flash memory. As far as types are concerned, they are again divided into two types. Memory card, you are all aware of this memory card. It is used with digital cellular phone, MP3 player, digital video camera, and other portable digital devices. Examples of memory cards such as compact flash and memory stick, memory card, and smart media. These are the types of memory cards. So memory card is a type of flash memory which we use in our mobile system, digital mobile system, especially in smartphones, digital camera, etc. These are the types of flash memory. And second one is flash drive. It is also called as USB drive, thumb drive, or pen drive. And second is pen drive. So these are the type of flash memory. Next, there is a description about pen drive. I think all of you are very much aware of this. This is a pen drive, SanDisk pen drive here. And unlike a standard hard drive, the flash drive has no movable part. This is very important. Flash drive has no movable parts. It contains only an integrated circuit chip that is used to store data. And flash drive usually have plastic of aluminum casing surrounding the memory chip, and the picture shown is SanDisk Cruiser Micro 60 GB flash drive. So this is a 60 GB flash drive. So there are two important regarding to this flash drive. First of all, pen drive contains only an integrated circuit memory chip. And second thing, flash drive has no movable parts here. And third important thing is they have plastic or aluminum casing surrounding the memory chip. So there is a memory chip inside it, and it is covered by aluminum or a plastic cover. And this is an example of 16 GB most common and popular pen drive. Next is memory card. A memory card or flash memory card is a solid state electronic flash memory storage device used with digital camera, handheld, and mobile. Computers, telephones, music players, video games, console, and other electronics. So they are used for the different purpose. They often high recorded ability, powerful storage, small form factor, and rough environment specification, and capacity is from 1 MB to 32 GB or more, sometimes more than 32 GB. So these are the memory cards, different types of memory card used for different purpose, and these all are the types of flash memory. You can see that there is a memory card here. Next our topic. So these are the different types of memories, especially secondary storage. So as far as memory questions is concerned, uh, there are two important questions regarding to this. First of all, what is the difference between primary memory and secondary memory? This question is asked so many number of times in our examination. And difference between RAM and ROM is also very important. Functioning of hard disk, different parts of hard disk is also very important, sometimes may be asked in examination. And rest memory is divided basically, secondary memory is divided into three parts: magnetic memory, flash memory, and optical memory. So question may be asked regarding to this, which type of memory belongs to which category. Suppose there are four options as a SD card and CD, Blu-ray disc, floppy disk, and there are four options, and question related to this is which type of memory is a flash memory. So you have to answer this question, and answer is very simple. Answer is memory card. So these are the some important topics regarding to secondary memory which may be asked in your examination. Now our next topic is input devices. All of you are very much familiar to these all devices. So let us take a quick discussion about different types of input devices. You can see that the hardware used to enter data and instruction by the user are called the input devices, and input information into the computer. Examples are keyboard, mouse, scanner, and these are the some digitizer. These are the some most common input devices. These are the examples of input devices: keyboard, mouse, touchpad, scanner, digital camera, microphone, joystick, graphical tablet, touch screen, webcam. These all are the input devices. Concept is very simple. The devices used to input data into the computer system is called the input devices, such as keyboard, such as mouse. These all are the types of input devices here. So these are the different input devices used on a computer system. Let us take them one by one. First of all, keyboard, most common. Keyboard is the most common and very popular input devices which helps the input data to the computer, and the layout of the keyboard is like that of the traditional typewriter, although there are some additional keys provided for performing additional functions. And keyboard are of the sizes 84 keys or 101 or 102, 102 keys, but now keyboards with 104 keys or 100 keys are also available for Windows and Internet. It is a old content. The keys on the keyboard are as follows. Today, multimedia keyboard are much more popular than simple keyboards, and they have more than 108 keys. लेकिन but simple keyboard may contain 104 keys or 108 keys. Remember this number, 104 or 108 keys. Simple keyboard contain basically 104 and 108 keys. In multimedia keyboard there are different other functions which are not other part of the simple keyboard, and these functions related to these keys related to the different multimedia functions which they perform. But in basic keyboard, which basic keyboard basically contain 104 or 108 keys. And the keys are again divided into different categories. First of all, typing keys. They have the letters A to Z, small a to Z, digit keys 0 to 9, which generally give the same layout as that of the typewriter. Then the numeric keypad is also there, and the 17 keys are there. It consists of 17 keys that are laid out of the same configuration used by the most adding machine and calculators. So that's why they are called the numeric keypad. And then function keys are also there. There are 12 function keys. Always remember the number, 12 function keys. Always remember the numbers regarding to each type of keys. Numeric keypad, there are 17 keys here, and function keys, there are 12 keys which are arranged in a row at the top of the keyboard. Each function key has a unique meaning and is used for some specific purpose. So they perform some specific purpose, that's why they are called the function key. And then control keys, these keys provide cursor and screen control, that's why they are called the control keys. And it include 4 directional arrow keys: upward direction, downward direction, left, right. So these are the 4 direction. Control key also include home key, and end key, insert key, in similar manner insert key, insert key, delete key, page up, page down, control CTRL, alternate ALT and escape key. These all are the types of control keys, and also include 4 directional arrow keys, and some are special purpose keys. Keyboard also contains some special purpose keys such as enter, shift, caps lock, num lock, space bar, tab and print screen. These are called the special purpose keys. So question related to the keyboard, if asked in examination, then this type of question may be asked that how many functions keys are there in a simple keyboard or a keyboard, and which of them is not a control key, and there are 4 options given in which one of them is not a control key, and how many numeric keys are there in a keyboard, and also there is a question such as which one of them is a special purpose keys, and 4 options are also given there: enter, shift, caps lock, enter, shift, caps lock, num lock, space bar. 3 out of them, and one is related to control key or numeric keypad. So question is asked such as which of them is not a special purpose key. So this type of question may be asked. So remember, first of all, the number of keys in basic keyboard that are 104 or sometimes 108, and the functions key is 12, numeric keys 17, numeric keypad 17. These are the different types of control keys and special purpose keys. Our next topic is mouse. All of you are very much aware of this concept. Mouse is the most popular pointing device, and it is a very famous cursor control device having a small palm size box with a round ball at the base. And here we talk about simple mouse. And mouse today optical mouse are used in today optical mouse are very much used in computer labs and personal works and offices. But simple mouse basically contain a palm size box with a round ball at base, which senses the movement of the mouse and sends corresponding signals to the CPU when the mouse buttons are pressed. Mouse are again wired mouse and wireless mouse are also there, and wireless mouse are also very popular. Functioning is same as functioning is concerned. There is no difference, but they don't contain any wire, so that's why they are called the wireless mouse. So generally it is now. Here we talk about simple mouse, which used very much, and generally it has 2 buttons called the left and right buttons. So every mouse uh, has basically contain left and right button and a wheel at present between the buttons. And a mouse can be used to control the position of the cursor on the screen, but it cannot be used to enter text into the computers. So 2 important things are there. First of all, mouse is a pointing device. Second thing is that they cannot be used to enter text into the computer, and only we set the position of the mouse by moving it. And third important thing is there are only 2 options: left click, right click, and the wheel present between the button, which is used to scroll the content. And a normal mouse basically contain, when we talk about a normal mouse, then it contains basically, it is basically a small palm size mouse with a round ball at its base. These are the some important points regarding to a mouse, and they are easy to use, not very expensive, and moves the cursor faster than the arrow key of the keyboard. And this is the mouse, example mouse: left click, right click, and a wheel. Joystick. Joystick is also a pointing device which is used to move the cursor position on monitor screen. It is a stick with a spherical ball at its both its lower and upper end. First of all, let us see the diagram of joystick. This is a joystick, and this is a ball, and this is a stick. That's why it's called a joystick. And when we move it left, right, up, and down, then according to this cursor position is changed. There are two balls in it, one inside and one is outside. And joystick is also a pointing device which is used to move and cursor position on a moving screen. It is a stick having spherical ball at both lower and upper ends. At both its lower and upper ends. And the lower spherical balls moves in a socket, and the joystick can be moved in all four directions. The function of the joystick is similar to that of the mouse, and it is mainly used in computer aided design CAD and playing computer games. So they are used in CAD, computer aided design, and used in playing games. It is also a pointing device. You can see that. Then light pen. Light pen is again a pointing device similar to a pen. That's why they are called a light pen. This is light pen. Here you can see that this is a pointing device, and you can point out to a particular content, graph, picture, icon, etc. And it is used to select displayed menu, item, or draw pictures on the monitor screen. And it consists of a photocell and optical system placed in a small tube. When the tip of the light pen is moved over the monitor screen and the pen button is pressed, its photocell sensing element detects the screen location and sends the corresponding signal to the CPU. So that is a functionality of light pen. Fourth point, when the tip of the light pen is moved over the monitor screen and the pen button is pressed, its photocell sensing element detects the screen location and sends the corresponding signal to the CPU. Next is trackball. Trackball is an input device. This is a trackball. Look like a mouse, and there is a ball at its upper side. So trackball is an input device. It is mostly used in notebook or laptop computers instead of a mouse. So they are used in notebooks or laptop computers instead of a mouse. And this is a ball which is a half inserted, and by moving fingers on the ball, the pointer can be moved. Basic difference between a trackball and a mouse is that trackball is stable, and mouse is movable. So without moving a trackball, you can set a position on a screen, on a computer screen, but for mouse you must change the position by moving it. If you want to change the position, then moving the mouse is compulsory action. It should be taken. And since the whole device is not moved, a trackball required less space than a mouse, and a trackball comes in a various shapes like a ball, a button, or a square. The whole device is not moved. A trackball requires less space than a mouse. A trackball comes in various shapes like a ball, and a button, or a square. So three different shapes are there. Next is scanner. Scanner is an input device which works more like a photocopy machine, and it is used when some information is available on paper and it is to be transferred to the hard disk of the computer of the further manipulation. And scanner captures images from the source, which are then converted into a digital form that can be stored on the disk, and these images can be edited before they are pointed. So basic thing is, if you have a hard copy and you want to send the data from that hard copy into your computer system, a scanner is required. Suppose you have some notebook, you have you have a notebook and you want to transfer your content of that notebook to a computer system, then you can easily scan this notebook, your notes by a scanner and send it from scanner to hard disk. And this is a scanner here. There are different types of scanner. Next is digitizer. Digitizer, first of all, let us take the diagram again. This is a digitizer, you can see that. So what is digitizer here? Digitizer is a computer input device that has a flat surface and usually comes with the stylus. That is the stylus, a pen, and that is digitizer. It enables the user to draw images and graphics using the stylus as we draw on paper with a pencil. The image or graphics drawn on the digitizer appear on the computer monitor or display screen. The software converts the touch point into lines and can also convert handwritten text to typewritten words, and it can be used to capture handwritten signature and data or images from taped papers. So these are some important points regarding to digitizer. So digitizer is a computer input device that has a flat surface and usually comes with a stylus. First point, very important. And it enables the user to draw images and graphics using a stylus as we draw on paper with the pencil. And you can see that here. You can easily see that. Now our second topic is, next is microphone. Microphone, this is a microphone. Microphone is an input device, to input sound that is then stored into a digital form. So input device is basically it is an input device and it is used to store sound into our computer system in digital form. And the microphone is used for various applications such as adding sound to a multimedia presentation or mixing music. Next is magnetic ink card reader, MICR. Magnetic ink card reader, that is these type of devices are used in banking system. And magnetic ink card reader input device is generally used in banks, and there are large number of checks to be processed every day. The bank's code number and check numbers are printed on the checks with a special type of ink, and it is iron oxide, and that contain particles of the magnetic material that are machine readable. So the reading process is called the magnetic ink character recognition, MICR, and the main advantage of MICR is that it is fast and less error prone. So there is a code at the bottom of the check, and there are 14 digits or symbols, and that are written by a magnetic ink, and MICR is capable to read that number or to identify that number or information regarding to this. So they are used mostly in the banking systems to, or in banking system, especially in checks. That is the MICR here. You can easily see that. Optical character reader, OCR, as the name suggests, optical character reader. So first of all, it is a optical device. MICR is a magnetic input device, and in MICR, magnetic ink is used, and that magnetic ink is magnetic iron oxide. So this type of question is also asked in your examination. And optical card reader, OCR is an input device used to read a printed text, and OCR scans the text optically corrected by the character, convert them into a machine readable code, and store the text on the system memory. That is very important point. OCR, optical character reader. OCR scan the text optically. First of all, scan the text optically and then convert them into machine readable form. Machine readable code, it means hard copy to machine readable code, and store the text on the system memory. This is a optical character reader. Then is barcode reader. This is a barcode reader. This is a barcode. So code is given in shapes of different bars, and the space between different bars and the length and the width of the different bar is also a matter. We show the information, different types of information. So barcode reader is a device used for reading bars coded data in the forms of light and dark lines. Light and dark lines. Barcode data is generally used in labeling goods, numbering the books, etc., and it may be handheld scanner or may be embedded in a stationary scanner. So it may be handheld scanner or a stationary scanner. The barcode reader scans the barcode image, convert it into an alphanumeric value, which is then fed into the computer that the barcode reader is connected to. So that are some important point regarding to a barcode reader. And last topic is OMR. OMR is a special type of optical mark reader. OMR is a special type of optical scanner used to recognize the type of the mark made by the pen or pencil, and it is used where one out of the new alternative is to be selected and marked, and they are used in basically in competitive examinations. OMR sheet and OMR sheet are read by optical mark reader, and it is specially used to checking the answer sheet of the examination having multiple choice questions. So used to check multiple choice questions. So these are some input devices. In our next lecture we will discuss different types of output devices. Thanks for watching this video.